this meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Y'all had a chance to review the agenda.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam President, I move to accept to approve the agenda.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed? The agenda has been approved. Action items: A, consideration approval of school calendars for 2024-2025 school year.
Madam President, members of the board, I recommend that we approve two calendars. One calendar is going to be the calendar, basically the way we had it this last year with a couple of changes. One is that we have to give the election day Tuesday off now. So what exactly did we do there? We moved it to, Martin Luther Day, we won't be off. We substituted that one for that. And then on the fall break, instead of going the way we did last year, we're just doing Monday and Friday, right? Friday, Monday, so it'll still be it'll just be a long weekend. And then, other than that, everything is basically the same. It's gonna be like 173 days of instruction, and then you have professional development and teacher work days. That's gonna be the calendar that we want. And then the 180-day calendar is looking at students having 180 days of instruction. That would be 7 more days for students, and that would be us cutting down on our professional development to 3 days instead of 3 days for professional development and teacher work days on this other one. So this calendar would have 183 days to it. And then the beautiful thing about this calendar is, and both calendars actually, is that we're still gonna be able to release early on Fridays. And so with the mandates of the 180 or whatever, we would release, everybody would get to go home every other Friday. And then the other 2 Fridays we would use for professional development, PLCs or whatever else. So that's that.
Okay, and can you state for public purposes why we are having to adopt 2 calendars?
If we, at this point in time, because our budget is due April 18th, it's just one of the earliest, along with some other districts. I just don't want to jeopardize not getting our budget approved if we only do 1 calendar. So we're gonna go ahead and submit both calendars. Of course, we are, Clayton, from the data that I got, understand this is 5-day schools. We are 3rd from the top. Only Los Alamos and Des Moines have a higher proficiency than we do. We're at 47.6, and I have no doubt that if we have a good talk with our kids and explain to them what's on the line, we need to go up by 10%, which would be 57.6. If we can manage to show that growth, we can keep our calendar.
I'm more sure about that.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
and we are adopting 2 calendars because the added days, PED said that we must have that calendar in place or our budget will not be accepted, right?
Well, not that direct, it's just that there's the possibilities that if we don't get it done, it won't be approved. And then come July 1, when the rule goes into effect, then if we don't have a budget, then we're, it gets back to the issue that one of the things that was brought up is that teachers wanted to know why they can't get their contracts sooner. They threw that, and Johnny's my witness, they threw that right back at us at the spring budget, where they said, state statute says they are entitled to a contract 10 days before their first day of work. So us getting contracts to them like we wanted to, not gonna happen. We gotta make sure we get this budget done first before we can do that. State statute clearly, and they said it in the meeting, remember the general meeting? She said, they are not entitled to a contract until 10 days before their first day of work. So they threw that out at us too.
But we will have the rehire letters.
Yes.
Letters of intention.
Letters of intent are
Contract,
clarified.
It's a
yeah.
contract.
It just doesn't break what they're getting paid, whatever,
Right.
whatever, yet, that's telling them, hey, you are guaranteed a job with the Clayton schools. I mean, of course, it's got disclaimers pending funding or whatever, which the contract has it in there too. But, for whatever reason, they want something that shows all their, and state statute says they're not entitled to that until 10 days prior to their first day of work. I mean, if you can get it done sooner, great, but in the situation that we are now, I can guarantee that's not gonna happen.
When did the letters of intent go out? Maybe you've already said that.
They go out we're getting ready to send them out, as we speak. I met with the administrators, they got me all their recommendations and so forth. It's just a matter of, going through them. We went through them last week, right? And so I'm just trying to finalize the last things and then start getting them out. And so for administrators, those are already, I think we have 2 that I need to sign off on and send them out, and everybody's good to go, and then everybody else, comes up next. So my recommendation is that we approve both calendars and we can have more discussion later on
Yeah.
online about what
I
happened.
just wanted to say publicly that this isn't because we wanted it this way, it's just more example of why we need local control, instead of being told you have to have,
Well, here's,
this, when you're number 3 in proficiency.
here's my issue for anybody that's out there listening, and I hope it gets somewhere. We're demonstrating that we can do what's best for our district by making a decision to put 2 calendars forward, because we don't wanna jeopardize the livelihood of our employees.
Right.
Okay, as much as I would say 1 calendar, that's what I think, it doesn't matter what I think, I gotta worry about all the other employees there that are there. Because it's easy for me, if things go south, I can retire, I have the years to retire, but a lot of these people don't. And so my job as the superintendent is to protect all these employees and make sure that they continue to have their jobs down the line. Do I agree with how it's being handled? No, but, we gotta do what's best for our people.
Absolutely, agree.
I agree.
Madam President, I move that we adopt both calendars.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve both calendars for the 24-25 school year. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The 2 calendars for 24-25 school year have been approved.
Madam President, I move to adjourn.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? This meeting is adjourned, 11.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
So,
8 minutes.
we're not gonna be,